Hi, it's November and I'm so happy to be able to bring you the readings for all the zodiac signs for November. I will tell you, I have been feeling into when to do these readings for quite a while now, and I've been guided to wait till now, exactly today, because we were in the thick of some really intense energies ever since the full moon in October, around the last week of October, and this whole last 10 days or so has been so intense. There's been a lot of healing, a lot of mirroring out of fears, and a lot of illumination happening so that you can move forward in your soul truth, in your physical life, in your real life now. The rubber hitting the road, the integration of everything you've been working on, showing itself manifesting in your physical world, and that's happening now. So we are going to have all the zodiac signs time stamped in the description box below. And I am going to pull one message first, just for all of us. One message for the month of November. What is the one piece of guidance for all of us? It's the Three of Wands. I don't do reversals. Three of Wands. So this is about your ships are coming in. All of our ships are coming in. And it is about exactly what we just said. Seeing made manifest all of the things that we've been putting our soul energy into, that we've been putting our thoughts, our words, our actions into, our focus, our belief, our desire, coming into fruition. They're coming, all those dreams, they're coming down this road here from beyond the mountains, from where the light is. She has, seen the vision in that crystal ball there, and it's been sent out to be manifested in the world and come in. So that's what's happening for all of us now. So this is a big month in November, that Three of Wands, seeing things come into fruition. Beautiful. So now something else wants to come out for the group, and that's Six of Wands. You're also going to be victorious, successful. So stay with it. This has been a difficult time these past couple weeks, energy-wise. It's been very hard for everyone. So please don't think it's just you. Please don't think that you have somehow fallen off your path, because that's not the case. You're doing beautifully. It's just really difficult energy. And the more deeply you've allowed yourself to feel these energies and the emotions that come with them, the better. And it's never too late to do that. So just to feel into what exactly was brought up and brought to your attention, and to feel the emotions that have come with that. Okay? So we are going to start with Aries. I hope you'll let me know how everything resonates for you. I love hearing how things resonate and unfold for you throughout the month. So let me know. For November, Aries, thank you. Just general guidance for Aries. What would you like for Aries to know, guides? Okay. Whoa. Well, there's definitely some intensity happening for Aries right now. Okay. The cards have taken on a life of their own. Okay, so the first card coming out is the Nine of Swords. This is anxiety. This is sleepless nights. This is worry. Now, in this deck, however, she's resting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the ninth sword is laying in front of her. Huh. So in this deck, in the traditional deck, it's like this man holding his head and he can't sleep and he's worried. But in this deck, however, this is talking about moving beyond those worries and moving into empowerment. So this is talking about allowing yourself to move beyond what your mind would tell you to be afraid of. I'm just seeing this raven here, and Edgar Allan Poe, quote the raven, nevermore. She's saying nevermore here. She's saying, I'm not going to go back there. I'm not going to go back to those things that I was worried about, that I was anxious about, that caused me fear. I'm not going back. And this is, the Eight of Swords is feeling confined by your thoughts, feeling trapped, feeling imprisoned. She's free, though. And she's got that one sword of truth, and she's moving forward. So this is a very different energy I'm feeling from this Nine of Swords than the traditional meaning that would be from the traditional deck, Aries. So I'm feeling like the worries that they're over, and you're able to rest knowing that you've moved away from that. Okay, you've moved away from it because you've moved from your mind into your heart, and you're allowing your heart to lead you with this Queen of Cups. Now, this could be you if you're feminine. If you're masculine, it could be someone else, a feminine energy, or this could just be the feminine energy within you, regardless of whether you're masculine or feminine. But this is a very loving energy. This is an energy of someone who is healed and who has love to give. And it's a light, beautiful, fun, gentle energy with the Queen of Cups. So it's moving away from this anguish into this lighter way of being in the heart. Moving from that anxious mind into the heart, allowing your heart to lead you. It's doing what feels good. It's going with what feels good. Not those old worries, fears that felt horrible. And you know, you now understand what those worries and fears were about because of this moon energy. The moon is about seeing what was in the shadows, illuminated, and understanding it. So you now, through this full moon time, through this time of illumination, now you understand the shadows. You understand what was previously hidden. And you're empowered by it. You know, she's empowered over these wolves. The wolves are obeying her. So those shadow sides, the shadow parts, the parts of yourself that were maybe going rogue and causing all this worry, in the light, you're now standing empowered and they're obeying you in November. So it's coming into command through the heart of all those fears, all those shadows, and moving from that heart space in your physical life toward that which you desire in real life. This is IRL. This is you moving slowly, deliberately toward that which you desire. And the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight in the tarot deck who aspires to become king. He wants to become King of Pentacles for this Queen of Cups. So Aries, you're taking steps in your physical life in light of this understanding of what's been going on in your mind to move toward this becoming the king. Solid and stable in your emotions and your mind. Okay. Wow. Double king. So this knight wants to become a king. Here's the King of Wands. So you not only want to become king in your physical world, a king in stability and in pentacles, you want to become the king in your soul. Passionate, divinely led, strong. This is a leader. This is someone who's conquered so much within that he can now lead. There's nothing he can't do. He has divine strength with this lion. Now that is a match for this Queen of Cups. That is the king that this knight aspired to be. So Aries, in November, breaking free of the mind. I'm feeling into that. I said three of wands. Yep. And three is the number of you coming into balance within yourself, in union with the divine, moving forward in that soul-led energy. Okay, so you're breaking free of the mind and its fears, its restraints. You're moving into the heart, moving toward that that which you desire with your heart, moving forward very deliberately in your physical world, coming into your passionate, soul-led kinghood. Okay. All right, so let's see what else comes out for you, Aries. Okay. What else is coming out for Aries for November? What guidance? Thank you. So there's something where justice is coming in and things are becoming balanced. For some, this could, of course, mean a divorce, the ending of an agreement. But I am feeling that this is all about things coming into balance in your relationships as you've come into balance within. That's being reflected out in your relationships in the physical in November. So this could mean that some end and others begin, but it is a real sense of justice happening. Okay, and then also this month in November, you are coming into this sense of groundedness, appreciation for you, for how far you've come in your journey, for how strong you are, and possibly for that reflection out, if you're masculine, of someone who's a feminine, reflecting that strength, that everything you're appreciating. Ooh, success, victory, new beginning with the number 1. You are victorious. And this is that, like that Six of Wands that came out earlier for all of us. You are victorious in November. This is beautiful. So this King of Wands, you're victorious in November. So now let's just look at what blocks are your guides guiding you to clear in November. Any blocks for Aries to feel into clearing? Anything blocking you mentally? Just to bring your awareness to, for Aries, it is the sense that you are supported, that you can receive that support. Now this is interesting. This is a 3 of Pentacles in the traditional deck. And so it is about making that new beginning in the physical with that support. So knowing that you're upheld, knowing that you have all the resources, the support you need, divinely and manifested in the physical, to see those dreams come true, to see those things happen, that new beginning that you want to happen. Okay, guidance around shifting from this block, because this is a block, Aries, to you believing that you have this support, because you've for so long been on your own, and you've for so long been in that mental kind of prison of not being able to break out, not being able to lean in on anyone else. Okay, so the guidance to shift you out of that is total release. This is the Death card in this deck, but this is about completely allowing transformation, allowing your higher connected self to come out, the self that knows the truth, that knows that you're divinely supported, that knows that you have everything you need. Shedding that illusion. See, again, I'm seeing Aries moving out of the prison of the mind into the freedom of the soul and the heart in November. I'm seeing you, Aries, coming into so much power in November. It's beautiful, okay? So one card from this deck for Aries. Thank you. Okay. The shadow aspect. So this is, again, like the Moon card. Your power, your freedom, and actually this card came out for you last month, Aries. Your freedom is in embracing the darkness, embracing those things that you would have been afraid to look at before, really feeling them, really allowing what comes with them. And then feeling that freedom from them, feeling the freedom from that mental prison. Okay, next we're going to ask for a Mother Mary message. Thank you, for Aries. Self-respect. So as you free yourself from that mental prison, as you embrace the shadows, embrace that shadow side of yourself, you're coming into a new self-respect. You're coming into a new self-perception. You're treating yourself with love. You're allowing that love to flow in to you from the external. This is a beautiful shift. And again, you're coming into that power, into that kinghood or queenhood for you through self-respect. It's a change in perception of yourself in November. Again, seeing you come into so much power, Aries. Very nice. Power is your natural home, Aries. Your natural home is an Aries. Guard and protect the sacred waters of life. Okay, so the sacred waters here are your emotions. Water is emotions. And here she's holding the cup. Your cup runneth over. The Ace of Cups. This is your new beginning in this heart-led existence. You're going to guard and protect this with your life. Okay? Because this is your new life. So through this self-respect, through this freedom from the shadows that would have held you back before, the mental imprisonment, you are coming into this place where you're guarding and protecting your own heart. and your own right to feel, your own right to love, your own right to receive, your own right to give. Yeah. That's beautiful, Aries. Thank you. That a lot happening in November for you. That's beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so let's move to Taurus. Taurus in November. Let's see what's happening. What messages are coming out for Taurus now in November? Thank you. We have the Five of Swords. It's showing, yes, you've been through pain, but November is the time when you're going to take stock of what you still have. And it's like, okay, this guy, he came along, he stuck these swords in her really bad. He's making off with 3 swords, so I mean, this might be someone going off with a third party. This might be someone, yeah, it feels like that there might be a third party involved. But if you're not aware of it, there's not. It's only, this is only for you if you're aware of that. And if that's not it, then it could be something within yourself. You've made some choice that was painful for you. And you've made a decision that was hard. Okay, because you can see these 2 swords sticking here. And the 2 of Swords is a difficult decision. And it was hard and it hurt. But this is not a fatal wound. This is a flesh wound. You can see that only the little tips of these swords are stuck in her. She's going to be okay. So it was a difficult decision. It stung. It hurt. Whichever end of the deal you were on, this person walking away or this person standing here with the pain. However, the gift of it in November is that you're now free, Taurus, to manifest, to align with. Now you're free. You have, like, the divine has given you carte blanche. Because you're now free of this situation, even though it was painful, even though it was difficult. Now you have clarity, because this was a long time of no clarity. Now you can manifest whatever it is you desire. You can co-create with the divine. You have open invitation to do so. Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to need a little clarification here, because for you, Taurus, this could be someone else. This could be you. Let me see. 10 of Wands. Okay. So this is an energy where either you have always felt that you need to depend on someone else, or you have always felt that you're the one someone else has needed to depend on. Okay. So therefore you have taken on all the burdens. And now with this 10 of Wands, it's time for you to put them down. So that's the good news, right? With this hard decision, with this pain, comes the release from the burden. And again, you have a blank slate. November is the time for you to manifest whatever it is you desire. So you no longer have to either depend on or be dependent on in the physical by someone else in the same way you once were. Okay? Now you're free to manifest. Put down the burden and start completely new with the Fool. My favorite card, the Fool in November for Taurus. So yes, Taurus, it was very difficult for you to get to that point. You had to lose a lot. You had to go through a lot of pain. You had to release a lot of burden. But once you did, the Magician and the Fool, well, that's a completely new beginning. That's a completely new life. That's whatever you want. So you're putting down a burden and you're now able to have whatever you want. So, as the Magician, hopefully you're clear on what it is that you do want. Because you are in the energy to have it. Okay? Beautiful. Yes, you are. This is your divine plan unfolding. In November, this is a crucial time. You're going to see some crucial kind of plot points happen. Okay, so this strategy card is all in the divine plan. Everything's unfolding. You are writing this with the divine. You are co-writing your destiny with the divine. Look, it's a manifestation power. Again, because this is very much like the Magician. Through the healing that you've done, through the releasing that you've done, that's how you've come into this. Beautiful. and having gratitude for what you do have, for how far you have come. Feeling solid, feeling stable, feeling able. Feeling pretty rich, you know, for someone who has lost a lot. You're feeling pretty rich, pretty abundant, and you are rich and abundant. So it kind of feels like it might defy your perception. You know, when you look back and say, but I've been through all this. But yeah, you do have an appreciation, though, for what you still have, all the possibilities ahead of you, and this new beginning that you've been brought into divinely, and it is. Now, the question that Spirit knew I was asking with this deck, because this is the deck I'm using for this for all signs, is what is the block for a Taurus? What is the energy block that needs to be cleared? What are you being guided to, feel into, and clear? And that is a block to moving into this expansion. This is like the Four of Cups. It's the kind of refusal to accept what's being offered. But, however, this came out as the block, so you're blocking, not accepting. I'm feeling into this. I'm going to get clarification on the block for you, Taurus, because it could be that you're changing that. Let me see. Blocking. Okay. So the other card was talking about you not receiving. Yeah. It was talking about you not receiving the love that's being offered, the abundance that's being offered. There being a block around receiving it, because like I said, your mind wants to come in and say, but all these things went wrong. How could I be happy? How could I be abundant? How could I, follow my heart when all this pain happened? So there's a block to following your heart. There's a block to believing. There's a block to receiving with the Four of Cups, that love that's coming into you. Okay, but this is happening. You're just sort of blocking that energy mentally because of your mental perception of what's happened so far. And that was just synchronistic 222 that I just saw, that shows that you are being moved into balance and into love. Okay, refusing to see, it's another 2. Okay, so you're refusing to see what's being given to you, what's being brought in. This crown chakra is blocked here. And this is, you need to make a decision for you. Are you going to go in the direction of your heart? Okay, so helping Taurus to shift around this block is another 2. Okay, so it's seeing that you do have all this love coming in. You are receiving love, and you are receiving. There is a match for you. This person's coming in. But it does start within yourself, within following your heart, within moving toward that. And I'm feeling such a relaxed energy for you, Taurus, right now. Just relaxing into that, relaxing into knowing this is coming to you. That all that past pain is done and gone. It's coming. That love is, okay? Yeah, it's a rebirth. It's a complete release of the old, moving into this new life. You have been divinely guided with the 7. And in November, you're coming into this complete. You're the phoenix rising. You're going to defy all odds this month, Taurus. It's like for everything you've been through, you are going to defy all odds, and you're going to come through. You're going to see some real miracles with that Magician, that Fool, that Rebirth card. So Mother Mary's guidance for you is mercy. I'm kind to myself and others. So knowing that this mercy is there for you, and extending it within yourself, to yourself and to others. That, there is mercy. Yes, you've been through a lot. Yes, you endured something difficult. But there is mercy. There is gift in it. And all these miracles are coming. Okay? For Taurus, thank you. Wow, share your wisdom with others. Shine your light. So that light message is coming through, because it's like, go into your light shine your light. You know, appreciate yourself, how far you've come in this. Others need that wisdom. Others need that inspiration. Others need to benefit from what you've learned on this journey. You're holding this flame. This is also, this says the Hermit. So this is a time when you're finding a lot of wisdom within yourself. Finding a lot of resources within yourself you didn't know were there. And it's time to share that with others. And now I'm seeing 555, which is all about change and shift. So it's time to shift into following that light within, sharing that with others, releasing that pain of the past. In November, remember, Taurus, you're the Fool and the Magician in November. That's extremely powerful. Basically, anything you want. Okay? So have a beautiful month. We're going to move into Gemini. Okay, we're moving now to Gemini. Let's see what's happening in November for Gemini. Thank you. For Gemini, let's see. The Hierophant. The Ten of Cups. So a lot of love coming in November for Gemini. And it is, yeah, coming into your real physical life. This may have been the kind of love that you were dreaming of, manifesting, wanting. And, yep, you, Gemini, are probably moving away from a situation that, you know, is not the kind of connection you've been wanting to feel into that new type of love. Okay, with this Hierophant, this is really everything you've been feeling spiritually over the past, I'm going to say a few months, maybe longer. You're ready for that to come down and be made real in your life. It's time. It feels like time. You're just ready to cross that threshold into living this life that you've been dreaming of. And it is, you know, a soul-based, soul-led connection, this Ten of Cups. It's all of this love. It's family and it's connection. It's a real, deep, real soul-based love that you're ready to experience now in November, because you've been manifesting it with that Three of Wands that we all got in the beginning. You have been manifesting, you have been co-creating, you've been putting all of your desires, beliefs behind this. And in November, whatever changes need to happen to make this come into your physical life are happening in November. So this sort of truth, this clarity you now have, this kind of imperative you now have to bring this into your physical life is causing things to be made right in whatever way they need to be. So this could be something else ending, so something new can begin with this Three of Pentacles. Gemini, this is something new beginning for you in November. In the physical, and in this deck, it does feel very much like a partnership. You're both working hard. You're both very in touch with your soul purpose, very focused on your work. And this is, with this Three of Wands, you know, what you've been dreaming of coming into reality, but it does require work. It's saying, you know, this beautiful picture does require the work. You got to start somewhere, is what I'm hearing. And you're going to overcome in November this hurdle, you know, this thing that needs to be balanced out. You're going to overcome that in November so that you can move into building this new foundation in the physical. Okay, Gemini, so let's see what comes out of this other deck for you. Okay, for Gemini. Yeah, this is definitely the month, Gemini, when this is coming into your real life. Yes. Action is being taken this month. Okay, so Archangel Michael here with the root chakra. Like we said with that Hierophant, this is all the stuff you've been thinking of, manifesting, feeling in your soul. It's where the soul has been pulling you. It's everything you've been fighting for. Now coming into your real life, because in November, things are moving forward. Things are moving forward. The soul-led action. A bridge is being crossed. This feels a lot to me like that Justice card, and it is a 2 for balance. So a bridge is being crossed. Something that may have felt like a chasm that was separating you from this new beginning, this new foundation before, is now being crossed. It's bringing you unity. But again, they're emphasizing for you, Gemini, it does require movement, action, and maybe even a bit of, not a bit, maybe even a sacrifice. You know, it does require that. But this love, this union, this unity is there for you. In November, you're moving right toward that, but you do have to allow that justice to happen, that balance to happen, that bridge to be crossed. Okay, so let's see what is blocking Gemini. What is the blocking energy for Gemini? And it's a block to opening up. This is the Four of Pentacles, and this is the energy of holding on. And in this deck, it's opening up. So this is a block to releasing your grip on what it may have felt like you have in the physical. Okay, so yeah, with that Hierophant, with that Justice card, it's like you had something physical, something that felt kind of, I guess, dependable, and you're now, your soul, your path is requiring you to release that, to move more into trust, so that you can enjoy that Ten of Cups, so that you can enjoy that real depth of connection and joy and love. Okay, so what is Gemini? How is Gemini being guided to shift? The whole deck fell apart with your energy there. Maybe you feel like you're falling apart. That's okay. Let yourself fall apart in November. Let yourself fall apart. It's going to be fine. You're divinely supported. You're being moved into something better. I know it's easier said than done. But what is the shifting guidance? Moving into opening up. Releasing control. So this is about knowing that the divine is in control. You can open up and let go because you know the divine is in control. And again, I know that's easier said than done. But this is what you're being guided to do. Open up. Release that control. Okay? Alright, and now we have this deck. Let's see. For Gemini. So you're going to gain so much by releasing that control. Okay. And now is a time. Interesting. You have 2 8s. That action card was an 8. This is an 8. So letting go of everything. Feeling yourself fall apart. Feeling what you thought you were holding on to kind of falling out of your grasp. It's going to allow you, free you up, to receive so much for you, to focus on you, to receive from the divine for you, Gemini. And counterintuitively, the more you allow this, selfhood, this focus on the self to come in, the more it can be reflected to you in your physical world. So it's about loving yourself, to allow that love to be reflected to you. And in November, you will see that shift. The more you move into, the more you release your grip on those things that the mind would tell you are important and move into that loving yourself, allowing yourself to feel supported, taken care of, the more you're going to see that reflected, okay, in those physical relationships, in that love, in what you're receiving and feeling around you, okay. Signs, watch for the signs. You are being communicated with by the divine. So move into that, trust that, listen to that. It's there for you. Okay. You are, there's a real emphasis, Gemini, on you. Okay. Because for so long it's been about your whole situation, all the people involved, all the things involved, how things ought to be, and just everything, just big picture, right? But now the divine is bringing in this micro focus where you're going to see so much within yourself as a universe that you're now exploring. So it's you and the divine. And the divine is sending you, it's like, oh, they're showing me, it's like you're in this little space capsule. And you're only communicating with, mission control, which is the divine. So it's you just floating out there in mission control. That's it. And you've allowed everything else to fall away, to float away. And that is what you're being divinely guided to do. When you come back to Earth, which you will in November, you will be surrounded by all these physical reflections of that which you desire. But right now, it's about moving you into that place where you're just connected to the divine and receiving in these new ways, so that your heart can open, so that you can be moved into this love. Love with an open heart. So this is about knowing that you can only give someone else the love that you're giving yourself, that you're receiving, that you can never give someone else anything that you're not giving yourself, and you can never receive from someone else anything you're not giving yourself, okay? And vice versa. So this really in November is about you coming into a deep emotional understanding of that, moving into the freedom of that, and then trusting that you're seeing that reflected in your physical world. Okay, so it's all about love for you in November, Gemini, and that is self-love, love with the divine primarily. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so now it's for Cancer. Cancer. Okay. What's the message for Cancer? Three of Cups. This might be a fun month for November. Fun November for Cancer, okay? Three of Cups, you can enjoy and feel connected because you have been working on coming into balance within yourself. You've been working for a while on coming into stability within yourself, Cancer. Yes, and ooh, you are feeling really stable now. Wow, okay. So just get a little clarification here for you, Cancer. All right, a little clarification here. All right, well, this is a little bit complicated for Cancer right now. Okay, so there is this sense of soul connection. There is this sense of celebration because you have come into an appreciation of you deserve love. Love can come in all forms. It can be friendships. It can be fun. It doesn't have to be however you were envisioning it before, and you've learned that because you've gone through this healing process with Temperance, allowing yourself to come into balance within, Cancer. So you have been working on yourself, on your own journey. Yeah, so you have definitely been working on coming into this balance. And that has brought you into a very stable place with this King of Pentacles. You're feeling like you can just really enjoy. You have a lot to give. You maybe stop searching. It's like you used to search for this security, this feeling of stability outside yourself, and you've discovered it within. You've discovered it with a lot of benefits and connection and joy. That's beautiful. So what this is showing is because you've come into so much strength, there's a Knight of Pentacles energy. The Knight of Pentacles is slow moving, wants to become a King of Pentacles. So it's aspiring. It's earnest. I feel like this could be someone who's inspired watching you come into your power, who's inspired watching you enjoy life. And they want to move in that direction. The clarification for that was Two of Pentacles. So this is saying that this person is very, very slow moving and deliberate because this person hasn't quite made the move, made the jump into commitment. They're still waffling between two kind of planes of existence, two ways of being, the old and the new, the mental or, ego-based and the soul-based. There's a bit of movement between those two, but they're definitely moving toward you, wanting to, you're making them want to, I'm hearing that thing from that movie, making them want to be a better man or woman, making them want a better life, but it is a slow process. And then what came out was the Five of Swords, which is about feeling pain, feeling some betrayal, feeling kind of stabbed in the back, feeling like a painful decision has to be made. And then the clarification for that is the Page of Swords. So I'm really getting, Cancer, that someone you're connected with, that you're aware of who it is if you're watching this, is watching you, feeling a lot of pain around watching you, because they're like, well, I guess you just are enjoying life, and here I am, trying my hardest to improve and trying to work on myself, and yet you're already moved on, you're already King of Pentacles, you have everything you need. Now, here's where Cancer, you're being challenged in November to release that person to their journey, and maybe you already have, it feels like you really have, and focus on your journey, because your journey is leading you in the direction of your soul. And if your paths, your two paths are meant to converge, they will. So it's releasing what this person may be feeling around around you coming into your own, because this woman holding a coin, whether you're a man or a woman, you've come into a lot of value through your growth. You're very divinely connected. You're seeing a ton of physical value. As this King of Pentacles, it's like you are very abundant, very happy, and very connected. And this other person is seeing this. You have to release them. If they're going to feel pain around that for themselves, that's something that you're being guided to release them to their journey. Because you're coming into your power. This is the solar plexus chakra. This is about you coming into your personal power through your divine connection. That is only right. That is only good. That is only divine. So, and eventually this other person who's aspiring to be King of Pentacles will, depending on their path and free will, see that or not see it. But that's not for you. You release that. And like I say, if your paths are meant to converge, they will. But you, Cancer, are coming into abundance. You have a very abundant spread with this King of Pentacles and all this beautiful woman with the coin energy, and this, man, and especially in November, because this is a very November energy with this kind of Thanksgiving-y image. So in November, Cancer, have no doubt, you're coming into quite a bit of physical abundance that you have been in alignment with receiving, because you've been on this path of improving your life with the divine. So beautiful. I'm going to ask now, this is about what the block is for Cancer. And the block is about following your heart, which I can see that because you are in such a Pentacles energy. So it's about moving into your heart and really letting your heart lead you. So we're going to see what the guidance is for Cancer around releasing this block, shifting through this block. Thank you. Yeah, open your heart. So moving it more into your heart space. There's been a lot of green in your spread with the King of Pentacles. And so it's very important in November, you're being guided to move into your heart space. Let your heart lead you. Listen to what your heart's telling you. Feel your way through on a very heart-based emotional level. Yeah, because you have been healing through a lot. These are past patterns of codependency. This is an old way. This explains why that person you're connected to was feeling all that pain around you stepping out, because you're establishing your own boundaries. You're ending this pattern of codependency. That's really good. But of course, if you're in a codependent, boundary blurred pattern, of course the person on the other end of that's going to feel that, as pain. But this has been a very good shift for you. So now the key is, your guidance is saying to continue to move into your heart, continue to let your heart lead you, and move more and more away from these old constraints, okay? Because love does not have to be that, is what they're saying. There is a love that does not have to be that kind of what love was, okay? There's real love, and you are watched over and protected in that. So just know that as you move into your heart, as you move more into vulnerability, you are watched over. You are protected in that. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's divine and strong to be vulnerable, Cancer, because you are being divinely protected and guided, okay? Very good. In November. Magic is alive. Ask your divine child. I love this for you, Cancer, because your whole spread is about moving into your heart, knowing that you're safe to do that. Look at all this inner child energy. Moving into your heart, knowing that you're safe to do that. These old patterns that would make it unsafe, see these chains, are over. You're in this new beginning. And now, amazing shifts will happen for you in November through this magic. So just keep on listening to your heart. Keep on listening to your inner child. Trusting that you're protected. Trusting that it's safe. You can be vulnerable. You don't have to be this always in control King of Pentacles. Okay, you can move into your heart, move into the enjoyment, and you're just going to have a beautiful November. It's going to be magical. I love that for you. Thank you, Cancer. Okay, and now it's time for Leo. Leo for November, what is happening? You have the Eight of Swords, so there is some mental perception of limitation, perception of constraint, perception of things that feel like they're holding you back. But it's important to remember with this energy that that's an illusion. That's something you're coming out of. Look at how the birds are just already starting to fly away with those ribbons. It's very, very flimsy, these constraints, these limitations, okay? You also have the Two of Wands. So this is about passion, wanting to move into something new, wanting to move into partnership, but being in an energy of, am I ready? You can see the dragon is kind of holding the world in his tail. So it's like, you know that when you move into this embracing of this partnership, that it is going to open up a whole new world. And so there is a bit of hesitance because you're like, am I really ready? Am I really ready for that? Okay. But that Wands card is showing it is soul-led. So, you know, you move in the direction of your soul, not your mind. Mind is just where you've already been. Judgment. So remembering, Leo, in November, things are being divinely handled. So, you know, yes, you have to do, you know, you do your part, you follow your soul, but remember that the divine is handling so much. There's so much here that's divine timing, that's divine orchestration. So you're not having to do everything, make everything happen. So release in November into that knowing. Yeah. If there's been a bit of a pause of feeling like maybe this Eight of Swords is like, gosh, I feel like nothing's happening. I feel like I'm stuck. Just know that that is an illusion. You're not stuck. You're moving actually into all of this harvest with the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is just the pause before you can enjoy that harvest. So it is knowing that all of that is yours. It's just a slight pause before you can reap the harvest, because this judgment energy needs to happen. These things need to divinely come around, be handled, be made to fall into place so that you can enjoy that harvest. And here you are, the Queen of Cups in November. So that is beautiful that you're coming out of these limitations of the mind to move into this beautiful, loving depth of emotion and emotional maturity I'm getting. It's like, because you have had to wait for all this abundance that is yours, and because you've had to wait for this divine judgment to happen, you've come into a lot of emotional maturity. I'm getting that for you a lot did happen around that full moon, a lot of healing, a lot of purging, and this has been important in your growth, in your emotional maturity, so that you can be aligned with this expansion into this whole new world through your divine soul path. So beautiful for November. This is looking like, you know, a lot of things coming in for you, and you're ready for them now. You're ready for them. The divine plan, the divine destiny for you is unfolding in divine timing, Leo. So everything is happening just as it should, in the timing that it should. And with that Seven of Pentacles, like I say, you've been waiting a while, and it feels like you've been waiting a while. But just know and embrace in November that that was divine. It was for your greatest good. It was to cue you up for the perfect timing for all of this to unfold, okay? So, again, with that Seven of Pentacles, there's a sort of a, when can I enjoy the harvest? When can I enjoy the abundance? And this is, you know, focusing on what you don't have yet, but it's important to focus on that closed door that's concealing everything that you have that just hasn't been revealed to you yet, Leo. It's coming, it's here, but it's behind that door. It's just being temporarily concealed for your own greatest good, so that you can come into that readiness with the Two of Wands, that emotional maturity with the Queen of Hearts, Queen of Hearts, Queen of Cups. Hearts, because this man holding the heart, right? So you're the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Love, the Queen of Cups, and here's the King, the man holding the heart. Coming in because you're ready, because you're mature, because you have released, you've healed what you need to heal. This is happening in November. I'm going to ask for some clarification around that man holding the heart, actually. And if you are a masculine, then this could be you giving your heart, because you have come into this emotional readiness, or your partner has, okay? But clarification, the temple path. So as you've moved forward in your coming into balance within, in your moving forward in your divine purpose with the divine, that's bringing you to this place. And what I'm seeing actually is they're showing me this as kind of a wedding gazebo. And, you know, right now it's just being prepared. And as this man with the heart and this Queen of Cups are growing into their emotional completeness in November, this is waiting. Okay? This wedding gazebo is waiting. So you're both being prepared individually for this union that is happening through your following your spirit path. Okay? Beautiful. That's gorgeous. I love it. Seeing the wedding thing right now. So, block for Leo. What is the block energetically for Leo? And it is a block to just being the love. Okay, so what this means is there's a block, Leo, and this is part of you coming into that emotional readiness, that emotional growth, because there has been a block to being the love before you actually see the love, you know, because you have been wanting to see it. I want to see my partner. I want to know. I want to experience it. And the divine has been saying, just be the love and trust that it's coming in. Trust that you know, that union is being readied for you. And there's been a block to that. There's been a block to just being the love and allowing it to come in various ways that it's available right now. But the shifting that's happening for you now, Leo, is your knowing that's coming in through your crown chakra and your divine guidance. So exactly, being led on that temple path to the love. So the message for you, Leo, really clearly is the path to love for you is through the divine, is through what you're receiving spiritually. It's almost as if, Leo, you've seen them as two different things, your spiritual path and your path of love. And the divine is showing you in November that your spiritual path is leading you to love. Very real love in the physical. Okay? And that's going to be a convergence that happens in November, that you realize happens in November. How beautiful for you, Leo. And yes, because that temple path, it's been very important for you to focus on yourself. The completion. Like I said earlier in the reading for you, Leo, it's been about you becoming a whole, complete person and your partner becoming a whole, complete person, so that you can come together in connection with this 8. It's been about, and it will continue to be about in November, you focusing on your path. And that path, that union within yourself, that receiving love within yourself, so it can be reflected out in another, is about receiving love, being the love. being the love, like that Simply Love card, okay? So what is the message for Leo? Thank you. For November, Mother Mary, children. My heart is filled with love for children, which creates miracles and positive change for them and me. So I'm getting in November, it would be really good for you to spend some time around children, to be in that energy, or to even think about, your own children are the ones that you hope to have, and to be in that energy of being the love. It's like that Simply Love, that card that came out for you. Being that love. Being it so that you can see it. And this is also talking about connecting with your own inner child. Being that love. Your own inner child, because that Simply Love card also showed the connection with the inner child. So that's important in November. Connecting with your inner child very deeply, so that you can feel that connection come out in other ways, be reflected in other ways, and so that you're connecting with others from that pure place. Leo, arise from the ashes of despair. Okay. So in November, you are rising like a phoenix. I am very much seeing you come into that Queen of Cups power, understanding your heart, becoming emotionally ready, so that you can receive that love that is coming through to you because of all this work that you have been doing, and because you're following that spirit path, that soul path. Arise from the ashes of despair, Phoenix. And look, there's the Cup of Love. There's the Ace of Cups. So it's knowing that your spiritual path and your path to love are one, and they're converging this month for you, Leo. Okay, that's beautiful. Thank you. That's really beautiful. I love that one. That one might be my favorite reading so far. Okay, so now we're going to move to Virgo. Virgo. That's too many. Virgo. Okay. Starts with Justice. So Virgo, something's coming into balance this month. Something's being handled. Okay. Something is being righted. Yeah, for sure. Because you also have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is about things being distributed evenly. And it's about reciprocity and giving and receiving. So things are coming into balance in November, Virgo. Things are being made right in November in a way that you've been waiting for. Okay? Three of Pentacles is about this new beginning in the physical, where things are balanced. Look how balanced that is. The masculine's working, the feminine's working. They're both focused. They're both in their soul work, because this balance has come about. In November, this is what's happening for you, Virgo. Okay. Five of Cups. So there's also a sense of mourning, a sense of loss, a sense of being sad about what has been spilt. But here in this deck, two angel fairy beings are bringing in the two cups, the Two of Cups. So you're being brought this new partnership. Look at the sun and the moon there. Balance, feminine, masculine. You're being brought this new relationship. There's a sense of frustration I'm getting with this. Because it's like, well, how is it being brought? It's like this sense of, these things are being balanced. These things are being righted. This is being brought in. But I'm feeling a frustration from you, Virgo. Let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if Two of Swords. Okay, I was going to say Four of Cups might come out, because that would be about you not seeing what's being offered. But instead it's Two of Swords, and here she's blindfolded, not seeing. So I definitely got a sense, Virgo, something in November with all of this balance coming in, this new beginning, this Two of Cups love offering this balance, this partnership. There's something you're not seeing or refusing to see. Here, her eyes are covered actually by an angel feather. So you're being invited to listen to the signs, the guidance you're receiving, in order to make a decision that needs to be made in your mind. This is about a decision that needs to be made in your mind so that you can receive this new beginning. I'm going to ask for clarification for Virgo. So, following your guide, yeah. Okay, so, okay, well, here we go. So, it's a decision to move away from the pain, okay? Because here you were mourning the 3 cups, Virgo, mourning what was lost. Here is the 3 of Swords. It's the pain that you've been through in the past. This decision is going to be a decision that's divinely guided with this angel feather, following your soul guidance, following your heart. This decision is going to be a decision to move away from that old pain. To move away from both of those 3s, the 3 cups spilt and the 3 swords in your heart, and move into this 3. The 3 of new beginning, of you in balance and in partnership and in union with the divine. Building a new life. And that, allowing that to be evened out, righted, brought into balance so that you can enjoy your life. It's like I'm getting this frustration around you, Virgo, that it's like when can I enjoy my life? And that time is going to be, that transition point is going to be in November, where you can move into enjoying your life. So then next year, you know, starting maybe in December, but definitely in January, can be all about you enjoying your life. Having fun for once, Virgo, is what I'm getting. Okay, in November, yeah, you're going to come into a new depth of gratitude. Yeah, for someone who you're connected to. This could be yourself or someone you're connected to. Because you've been going through so much healing, releasing this old pain, releasing this old loss. You've been going through so much healing, and this will continue in November. And it will ignite your heart, bringing you into a deep appreciation of the love that is there, of your own heart, and of the reflection of that back to you, real love. An appreciation of real love, of what love really is for you and what love is really available for you, Virgo. It's like, you know, they're showing me at the end of Wizard of Oz when Dorothy's like, there's no place like home. And she appreciates home on a new level because she went through everything she went through. That's what they're showing me for you. It's like in November, you're coming into an appreciation. There's no place like home. Of what you've been given, of what's within you, and of this new home that you're building with this 3 of Pentacles. So what is the block now for Virgo? What is blocking Virgo mentally? What block needs to be cleared in November? Thank you. It's a block to your dreams coming true. It's a block to allowing that healing to happen completely so that your dreams can come true, so that you can have everything, so that you can enjoy life. So let's just receive the guidance around clearing that block to healing, to being free of those chains. For Virgo, let's feel into clearing that block. Okay, so this is another 5 for you, Virgo. So November is going to be a lot about change and shift for you. So this 5 is the 5 of Pentacles, which has you feeling out in the cold, left alone, feeling alone. Okay, so it's going to be about shifting that perception, being willing to go through the emotions, the emotional waters, to come home. Shifting that perception that you're alone. Because look, she feels alone, but she can see home. It's right there. All she has to do is go through these emotional waters, which is difficult, easier said than done. But again, for you, Virgo, it's in November about there's no place like home. Coming home within yourself. Feeling at ease. Okay? Having that gratitude and shifting into that gratitude. So message for Virgo, please. Thank you. It's about coming into balance, and this is another 4 for home. There's been a lot in your spread about coming into balance, allowing things to be brought into balance, allowing things to be brought to justice, allowing yourself to come into balance, allowing yourself to surrender, and allowing yourself to be the strong one for yourself. This is all about you coming home within yourself in November. And so that is going to require you, Virgo, to release that idea that you are alone and always have to be, that idea that there's been, you know, that those thoughts about the pain and the loss that you've had, and focus on what you do love, what you're grateful for, what you do want for you. Okay, so message for Virgo, Mother Mary, is trust. I know that God in His infinite wisdom and love is answering my prayers right now. It's trusting. It's allowing yourself to open up and allow these new things to happen in your life. Allow yourself to enjoy your life by being in a space of trust, by no longer focusing on the pain and the loss, but trusting that you're being brought more into love, more into connection, more into that home. And for Virgo, move away from a difficult situation. So this is just reiterating what came out with that 5 of Cups and 5 of Swords. Those are about moving away from that pain, moving away from the focus on that pain, and moving into love, moving into comfort. Comfort, not comfort in complacency. Comfort in finding that place within yourself where you can have ease and connection and love and feel your soul being expressed through your physical self. Coming home to yourself. And you're going to see that reflected in your life in all kinds of ways. And you're going to see that in November. That's beautiful, Virgo. So gorgeous. Thank you.